Hey, cool kids, Miss Wire here again. Um, so today we're gonna go over our virtual norms. Now, norms is a fancy, like college word for expectations. All right, so we are sticking with PBIS. PBS is our district-wide expectations, but here it is. PBIS is going digital, boys and girls. It's going digital. So we're doing a lot more working online. We're doing a lot more with doing Google Meet, meeting virtually, talking virtually, using chat. So I want you to have some good digital citizenship and just know exactly what my expectations are going forward. So here we go. All right, so we're going to stick with those three rules that we know so well. The first one, be kind. We're going to hold up a heart and say, I'm kind. All right, we're going to use kind words, whether you are on virtually with me on a meet, whether you're in chatting, whether you're making a comment on something, you are always using kind words, okay? We're going to wait our turn when we're in a Google Meet. So that means that you're going to mute yourself when you enter the meeting and you're going to mute yourself when someone else is talking. So these are very important because if you're not muted, what's going on in the background in your house is streamed to everyone and they can hear your washing machine. They can hear your little sister screaming in the background. So let's make sure that we are muting ourselves when we enter that meeting so we don't get all that background noise, all right? And we're also muting ourselves when we have somebody else is talking during any of our virtual meetings, okay? It's just a part of respect that we're not interrupting somebody else's talking, just like we do in the classroom. Boys and girls, we raise our hand and we wait for our turn to talk. And let's move on. Say, I'm ready. All right, next expectation is to be respectful. So we're going to be a good listener, all right? Say, I'm a good listener. You're going to give your attention to the speaker, okay? Whoever is talking, that's the person you need to be paying attention to. And while having a mute on. If you've got yourself unmuted when somebody else is talking, then who are you thinking about? Just yourself, right? You want to be thinking and caring about your classmates. And part of that is listening, active listening to them and paying attention to what they're saying. We also want to raise our hand when we're trying to answer. I know it's kind of weird. It feels a little weird to be like raising your hand in the middle of a virtual meeting, but it's very helpful, boys and girls, because on a virtual meeting, you can't really see body language very well of what when somebody is going to talk. And so it's harder to see when is it your turn to talk, and then you might talk over somebody, and then we're going to have all these things where we're like, what? What did you say? What? Okay, so it just helps us to get moving as well and stay on track as well. So, so make sure that we are giving our attention to the speaker, we're raising our hands, and waiting, goes back to waiting our turn, all right? Stay on topic, and that means to like not lose track of what our focus is for the time, okay? Keep our answers kind of short and concise when we are online. So that way we give everybody a chance to speak as well. Just like in the classroom, boys and girls, this is not anything new. It's just in a different setting. We're just digitally doing everything instead of right there in person. All right, so and the last thing is having good manners. So making sure that we are still saying please and thank you, making sure that we are still, it goes back again to waiting our turn and being kind to others. All right. And showing integrity is our last one. Say number 3. Say, I can show integrity, Miss McGuire. All right, so end the call when our meeting is over. So on your screen, you see when we're in a Google Meet, there's a little red phone, just like kind of like your parents' phones, guys. There's a little red button when you're ending a call. So I'm trusting you to have integrity and press that button so that I can leave the meeting, okay? So I'm not going to leave the meeting until everybody is out of the meeting. So once your button is, you're hung up and you press the red phone button, then I want you to press the X at the top of your screen, okay? And this is just part of integrity and doing the right thing. We're not going to be jumping off and jumping back on and jumping off, because then Miss McGuire has to sit there longer. So, and it is not having integrity and being respectful to the meeting and the time of everybody there. All right. Listen to your teacher and your classmates. So whoever is talking, that we're listening to them and focusing on them and not everything around us. And I know online it's hard because you've got your home, you've got your toys right next to you, you got your bed, you're in the comfort of your own home. So it's a little bit hard to stay focused on school at home. But I need you to really, really try during our meetings, because we don't have that much time, to meet together. So it's a really special time. And then focus on the classroom and the activities that we are doing right then and there. Just try to be in it when we are there. Then when we're done, and then you can be off and go play and do whatever you need to do. But those are our 3 rules. So remember: be kind, be respectful, and show integrity. Okay, doing the right thing when nobody is around. These also go for home, boys and girls. We want to be being kind, being respectful, and showing integrity with our parents and our families. Okay. All right. And the last thing is, how are we going to pair this? Oh, hold on. Minion's going off in the background. I'm going to move him. All right. So, how are we how is PBIS going to look with rewards? So, anytime you attend a virtual meeting with me, story time, you're going to get a point. And you can get points for during my lesson using your PBIS skills. So some people already this week have gotten points for being kind or showing integrity or being respectful because they have their mute button on, or they raised their hand, or they stayed on topic. So those kind of things will get you some extra points. Now, what you use your points for is to redeem your 15. Once you get 15 points, you can level up your new and get a new dojo monster. So what's kind of cool about it is that when you go to your student portfolio and you're on Class Dojo, but you're on your student portfolio, not your parents' portfolio, you can click on your class, your little monster, and you can like change and customize and add different things. So I will redeem your points for you, and it'll say you just redeemed 15 points. And if that happens and your points go down lower and you're going to use those points, then that means, oh, I can go in and I can change something on my monster and customize it and make him kind of cool. And you're almost like leveling up your monster, guys. So just a fun way to help us with our PBIS. So again, it looks just a little bit different. Same 3 rules as we know from the classroom. We're just applying them now virtually. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I've got for you. So stay kind, stay respectful, and show integrity to those parents of yours.